Welcome to my chef, and my name is Chef Fran, and this is my sister Chef Ian.
How are we doing today?
And today we are making Ian and myself Easter dinner for you.
Yes.
Easter dinner, resurrection dinner, consider Seder dinner.
Yeah, there you go. Seder. I love it.
For Passover.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, because Ian is Jewish and they love apples.
Yes, we do.
So the only things that we won't have this as part of the dinner, the meat of it.
Yeah.
But I will tell you what we have on deck here. We have our roast beef, a beef roast, and our other meat is a pork tenderloin that we stuff with tricolor bell peppers and apples. So on the Seder side, you can't have the pork, but you could do the apples separately with the bell peppers.
Thank you.
And we have here some glazed carrots, and we also have two kinds of bacon, because I want my regular bacon, and then we have the turkey bacon for eating. So we have the asparagus, roasted asparagus with bacon, one with regular, and another set with turkey bacon. And then we have our potato gratin. So our meats have been cooked, and so has the asparagus. Here we haven't baked it yet, so we'll show you what the final product is. And it's our potatoes that we cooked in some chicken broth, right, Ian?
Yes, chicken broth.
And we used the cheese that we used was real cheese, and we used Gouda and Parmesan. And over here we have some stuffed shells. So that's our other side. And that's our pasta sauce with our fresh mozzarella, some shaved Parmesan. And we stuffed it with some ricotta, basil, sun-dried tomatoes, and turkey bacon. So we're making our roast and our pork loin for Easter dinner. And so I have my bouquet garni set here. It's a French technique. And what it is usually it's just thyme, rosemary, and parsley. I'm sorry, it's actually parsley, thyme, and bay leaf. But I like to add the sweetness of the basil also with it, and some rosemary. So as opposed to 3 herbs, I usually put 5. I put them together. Here's my bay leaf, here's my basil, here's my thyme, here are my rosemaries, and here's my parsley hanging here, my rosemary, my thyme, as well as my bay leaf and my basil. And I just tie it with a twine. I have 2 because one is going to go into my bouquet garni. Is going to go for my pork loin, and the other one's going to go for my roast. We're going to do the roast first. Now, I've already kind of seared it prior to this because I want to have a little color. I have my own seasoning blend that I created that's on it. And I'm going to put it in the Instapot. And so because the Instapot cooks with so much pressure, I actually put some garlic cloves inside, but I leave the skin on so it doesn't disintegrate. So we could get all that aroma and flavor before it dissipates, really. And the same thing with the onions. I actually leave the top stems and the bottom so that way it stays whole. And I'm going to place the meat, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put it in the Instapot. I actually place the meat on top of it. But just so it doesn't, again, disintegrate, I leave the bottom and the top stems on it. And so the only thing I do is peel off the rough edge, and that's it. And so I cut them into quarters. And all I'm going to do is take off the outer part of the onion, and that's it. I will not take out anything else, and I won't cut the bottom. So that way it stays whole. Now I had some, you could say, gravy or, a little juice left over from when I had seared it. And so here it is. And I'm going to also use that so it can be the extra flavoring. Put that on each side. Not on the top. You just want to place it on your sides. All that goodness in here. Okay. And we're gonna cook our roast. So here's our pork loin. I actually stuffed it first. I put actually everything seasoning, which is similar to everything bagel. And I stuffed it with tricolor bell peppers and apples, Granny Smith apples that I thinly sliced. And I tied it with some twine just to make sure that the stuffing would stay in. And I seared it to have some color. I'm actually now going to put it in my Instapot. And as you know, meats tend to shrink as the fat melts away. And I am going to put my onions. Now I kept it whole with the stems on the top and bottom because the pressure from the cooking in the Instapot tends to disintegrate the vegetables really quickly when they cook for a long amount of time, particularly like onions. So if I keep it whole, that way all of it won't totally melt and it'll still give it the flavor and still have some pieces that I could remove. So all I did was just take off the outer skin and I left the stems top and bottom in it. And I'm just gonna throw that here. Same thing I did with my garlic. I just peeled off the outside skin, but I left the other skins on so it could be in here as well. And I'm just gonna see if I can show you this after once I arrange it. I'm just gonna place the onions, I'm closing tightly together. Put my garlic here. And in my Instapot, I put some chicken broth and some white wine. Now, you know, the alcohol is obviously gonna cook off. So that's important here, just so we can kind of get the flavors all in here. And I have done the French technique of what is called a bouquet garni. And what that is technically it's just your thyme, your bay leaf, and your parsley. However, I like to add a little bit more herbs, so I tend to put sweet basil with it and rosemary as well. And I just bunched them together and I just tied it with some twine. And I actually laid that right on top of all of my goodness here, on top of my meat. Hold on, I'm fighting a little bit here with the onion and I'm gonna win. And so I'm gonna show you. And here I have some apples, Granny Smith apples, that I have marinated in some of the liquid that cooked when I seared it, which had some wine and some of the oils that it gave off and some of the water that came out of it. So it's like its own little broth with the Granny Smith apples that I seasoned with some cinnamon, nutmeg, and cardamom. And I have that all mixed in with the tricolor bell peppers. And once this cooks up, I'll put it in the last 2 minutes so it could kind of like soften the peppers and the apples as well. And it will be part of our garnish on our platter. So that's what's here. So I'll put that away later. And I just want you to see how the onions are laid up on top of the pork loins that's stuffed and tied up. And I put my bouquet garni on it. And I'm gonna put it in my Instapot and I'm gonna cook it on high for 25 minutes, because remember I had seared the outside of it. So our asparagus with bacon has asparagus, vitamins A, C, E, K, iron, calcium, folic acid, thiamine, and phosphorus. Our regular bacon has vitamins B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, selenium, and zinc. Our turkey bacon has vitamins B6, B12, iron, niacin, and zinc. Our Himalayan sauce that we put in our asparagus has calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium. The black pepper that we also put on the asparagus has vitamins A, B1, B2, B5, B6, C, E, and K. And we also put a little Italian seasoning on the asparagus. Vitamins B, C, K, calcium, iron, magnesium, and manganese. Now our vegetables, which is our carrot, and we just did the asparagus. Carrots has vitamins A, beta carotene, biotin, and potassium. We have it cooked with maple syrup. Has vitamins B2, B5, B6, calcium, iron, magnesium, niacin, potassium, and riboflavin, and zinc. Also, we have some cinnamon, vitamin A and iron. We have some cardamom, vitamin B2, B6, C, and iron. And we have nutmeg, which has vitamins A, C, E, magnesium, and manganese. And we also added some ginger, which has vitamins B3, B6, C, iron, potassium, magnesium, folate, zinc, and phosphorus. And then our meats, our pork tenderloin has vitamin B6, B12, iron, niacin, phosphorus, thiamine, and zinc, which was stuffed with a Granny Smith apple, vitamin C and fiber, and with the bell peppers, vitamins A, B1, B2, B5, B6, C, E, and K, which has also some Himalayan salt, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium, black pepper, A, B1, B2, B5, B6, C, E, and K, and Marcella wine. Vitamins A, C, D, calcium, iron, potassium, onions, B6, C, potassium, folate, magnesium, and garlic, B6, C, manganese, and selenium. And we did a bouquet garni, which has parsley, vitamin A, B, C, K, calcium, iron, magnesium, thyme, C, potassium, manganese, bay leaf, A, B6, C, calcium, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, riboflavin, and zinc, rosemary, vitamins A, C, B6, and iron, and basil, vitamin C, K, A, manganese, magnesium, iron, and calcium. And our roast has vitamins B6, B12, iron, selenium, and zinc. It also has the onion and garlic, which I gave you vitamins for, parsley, thyme, bay leaf, rosemary, and basil, which is the bouquet garni, which I did the vitamins for, and it has cherry wine, vitamins A, C, D, calcium, iron, potassium. Our side dishes, which has our potato gratin, which is yellow potatoes that we use, vitamins B1, B3, B6, C, folate, magnesium, and potassium, grilled cheese, which is from Switzerland, vitamin B6, B12, calcium, zinc, thiamine, riboflavin, magnesium, phosphorus, and pantothenic acid. And Gouda cheese, B12 and K2. Butter, it also has vitamins A, D, E, B12, and K2. Parmesan cheese, vitamins A, B6, and B12. Has cream and evaporated milk, vitamins A, and calcium. Evaporated milk is A, D, and calcium. Our stuffed pasta shells has the pasta shells, vitamins B, folate, niacin, riboflavin, and thiamine. Ricotta, vitamin A, B2, B12, and calcium. Basil, A, C, K, calcium, iron, magnesium, and manganese. Turkey bacon, B6, B12, iron, niacin, and zinc. Sun-dried tomatoes, CK, manganese, niacin, and potassium. Mozzarella cheese, A, B12, D, E, and calcium. Pasta sauce, B6, C, calcium, iron, magnesium, and potassium. And shaved Parmesan cheese, vitamins A, B6, and B12. Real fast, children who face hunger in early childhood can have their learning skills damaged. When a child falls behind in school, they tend to stay behind. Okay, fair enough.
Yes, Mom.
All right, so
I should start with this one. Yeah, this way I can move it out of the way.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Oh boy!
Oh my goodness!
Yes, it looks delicious. Looks thick.
Get you some cheese here, Ian. A little bit of cottage cheese. We'll try to get some of this. Ooh, look at that mozzarella.
And mozzarella.
I'm gonna get you some mozzarella cheese here. Get you that little bit of goodness here.
Oh,
whoa. That's a lot of cheese.
Yes, it is.
Well, guys, I hope that you guys are eating with us virtually, with your eyes at least, and hopefully you'll eat with your stomach soon if you decide to replicate this dish. I have to tell you, Ian, thank you so much. Ian has really grown as a sous chef. Ian actually did all the cutting of the potatoes. And I gave him direction, but he followed it and he took the ball running. He did the potato gratin. He wrapped, I wrapped the bacon and asparagus. But he did the glazed carrots. He helped out.
Yes, did a lot of.
He did.
A lot of stuff.
You know,
I'm proud of the dish. It's beautiful.
I did the meat, but he helped out. He really did. So let's applaud Ian.
Thank you. I'll put my elf on a little tap on the back here for the first time. Thank you very much, Mom.
So he's growing.
Yes.
And we're happy he's growing. So we're now going to get ready to taste this and let you know this goodness here.
Bon appetit, Mama.
Bon appetit.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start with the glazed carrots.
I'll go right there with you.
That maple syrup.
Oh, does wonders with cinnamon.
The cinnamon. That cardamom. That special sweet spice. Everything. Of course, I know this has to be good because it's asparagus and bacon. Can't go wrong.
Wow. Mama, these potato gratins are probably the best I've ever had. And I've eaten plenty. This is delicious. I gotta go for a second spoon. That's how delicious.
Let me try it.
Yeah.
With
all the flavors in there.
Potatoes are cooked perfectly in. It's nice and creamy. You taste that wonderful grilled cheese if you're used to eating grilled cheese. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
If you're not, it has like a sharp taste to it.
Yeah.
But
flavor.
It's delicate.
Yeah.
Let me go here.
Stuffed shells. The shells came out nice. Actually, the shells did come out good.
I really want to taste the stuffed shells because we had that sun-dried tomatoes and the turkey bacon and the sweet basil that we've been planting in it. Like, look, I don't know if you guys can see this. Inside, you see the basil. And here's the turkey bacon. Wow. And here's that sun-dried tomatoes right here and the basil. So I'm so interested to try that. Here's a sun-dried tomato. Here's a turkey bacon. The basil in there, the greenery. I can't wait.
Wow. Flavor. Flavor. A lot of flavor.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Now I'm gonna try it on meat after I try this.
Yeah. Well, it's moist. I can see it. Wow, Mom. You did a great job.
Super good, that pasta. Now here's the beef. See how it just cuts so easily. I'll show you guys.
Beef roast is delicious. It just falls apart.
It cuts so easily. So easily. So well cooked.
Falls apart.
Soft. Did you see that? You taste it? Ooh, it's falling apart.
It falls right apart. It's delicious. Next.
Wow.
I'm gonna mess over here.
You taste the sherry wine, but nothing that's overpowering. No. And you really, honestly, because it wasn't overly seasoned, you taste the true beef flavor.
Yeah. It's intense.
Really good. Now let me try this pork tenderloin. Unfortunately, Ian can't try it with me.
No.
But let's see. This looks tender as well.
This thing just falls
right
apart.
It's just like falling
apart. I love it.
You can see this. It's just like It's just so easily cutting.
Wow.
So I have my apples here. And my bell pepper. I want to try that with my pork tenderloin. Oh my gosh.
I'm having, huh?
Because it's the Granny Smith apple, so it's not super sweet. But you still have that nice apple taste. With the pork tenderloin, it's so tender. This is a must try, guys. If you're trying to think what to make for that holiday, you're not sure, you can make everything that we made, or you can take some of what we made and add your own to it. Remember, I always talk about cooking. It's about being creative. You can take what I've done and add your own twist to it.
Mm-hmm.
You too can do it. If Ian can learn how to cook, you can learn how to cook.
It's true.
Here's our call to action.
Yes.
Don't forget to click the like button by giving us a virtual hug.
Mm-hmm.
We here at Ma Chefin are huggers. We love people. We're about one love. And we love to give hugs. And subscribe. What are you waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
Come subscribe and hit the bell notification every time we upload a new video. And come eat some glazed carrots with us, for example.
Please.
And share. What is sharing, Ian?
Sharing is caring. And we love caring people. So.
You want to share this with your family and friends?
Oh, yeah.
So you guys can make a whole date together on Ma Chefin, what Ma Chefin cooked.
Mm-hmm.
And have a discussion.
Yeah.
We thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Having our Easter Seder dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to come back and join us again. As we love company too. Be part of our family.
Yes, please be part of the
family.
family.
I tell you honestly, guys, I'm loving every bite.
The pork. I love it.
I'm loving every bite.
That's what I want to hear.